guys, it's Shan81 here and welcome to a speed build. So today we are building the new family home for My Alternate Life. So you've probably already seen it in game, but this is a speed build for it. Now I'm going to start doing my speed builds just a little bit differently, so I don't have so much so long videos, because I do speed them up quite a lot, but I take a long time to build because I'm a fussy one. I like things to be just so. I've decided what I'm doing is I'm going to show you the build and show you placing most of my furnishings, but then I'm going to cut it and then you'll just get the screenshots of the final details. So things like all the little decoration items and things like that, just those little fine tweaking little items, are now going to be cut out, so you won't see me put them in anymore. I'm just going to cut them because I find that that's where I take the longest the most. So yeah, so I started on this video here, and actually this video with this lot, there was a house here previously. It was completely furnished. So what I did was I moved a sim in. I put all the furnishings into their inventory, then I built the lot, and then I furnished the house with the stuff that was in her inventory. So it just sort of took away some choices that I had to make, and yeah, I think it worked alright. So as you'll see, this house is furnished with different items to what we're using in My Outlife, but that's what will be available on the gallery. Of course, once again, no custom content is used, which is also why it will be different to what I use in My Outlife, because within my Let's Plays I like to use custom content, but within my speed builds and my builds uploads that I upload to the gallery, I don't use custom content, or rarely ever use custom content. So this house, alright, we're already onto the second floor already, and I've dribbled on majorly. So it ends up being a 5-bedroom house, I think. Possibly more. Like, you could change some of the rooms out to be more bedrooms if you wanted to. You do whatever. It's the houses that are built in Sims. I don't really care if you want to change it completely. Whatever. It doesn't bother me. If you do want to download it, of course, my gallery ID is Shan81, same as my YouTube username. I try and keep things consistent, so whether you're looking for me, always look for Shan81. The only thing that's probably different is perhaps my Twitter, because I've added my real name in there as well. But they're all down below, linked down below. So if you want to have a look, feel free to jump on those links down below. So, 2-bedroom house, and it has. I did this from a photo and plans. So this one had a photo and plans that I was sort of designing it from. Found it's a really nice house to actually live in. So unlike our previous house for My Outlife, where it had that sort of bridge area, sort of cutaway area that the camera would bounce up and down, this one, because it is a 2-story, no cutaways and everything like that, I don't seem to bounce up and down, even though I've used terrain editing and things like that. So you'll see that there's obviously, I've sloped some terrain at the front there, and just to make it look a little bit more, I guess, normal, I guess, in a way, sort of, yeah, put the house up on a little bit of a hill. Yeah, but I like the house. It's got a lot of space for a lot of activities. It's actually quite a large house. I was a bit surprised at how big it turned out, and that's why it cost us so much and took so long for us to move in, because it did cost a bit because it was so big. So it has like a little carport area at the front. Obviously no cars, but I think you'll see in the screenshots I used some sized up, matchbox cars, or whatever you want to call them, that I put in, just to sort of show that that's a carport area. Yeah, it's fun. It was a fun build. The roofing and things were different, and not something I've done before. my roofs I normally do to the size of the walls, but this one actually juts out. You sort of do, like, the roof goes out one size bigger. So it meant I had to put a fake floor in some of it, just so that you didn't get the weird. So it actually looked like it had eaves as well. So it was fun, actually. It looks good, and a lot of the time I've put the roof out by that sort of one point. It looked weird, but on this it works, and I love it. So it's sort of like a contemporary house in the end, I guess. More sort of, it's a new build. Like, so if you were to move to a new sort of area, a new sort of development in your city or something, you'd probably see a house like this. Quite a common sort of standard, suburban home. At least in Australia they are, especially in new suburbs. So I did cut out quite a few chunks of bits, just because this build I did take a long time to do. So you'll see it sort of jumps a bit, but I didn't cut out too much. It wasn't overly important, and I'm just putting it in beds in for scale. So when I do that, that's all I'm doing. I just want to scale it because this was such a big lot and a big house. I didn't want things to get too big, which the previous house that was on this lot that's how it sort of got so big, because I was working on such a large lot. I built the house way too big, and rooms were just ginormous, and it sort of, scale got mixed up. So I found placing a bed, especially a double bed or something, into a room helps me to size things properly. So just try and add some windows. I've got a laundry area, so sort of like the back door here you sort of go through the laundry out the back door, and sort of like a wet room or a mud room, whatever you want to call them as well. We just call them laundries in Australia. But same sort of feature. And there is what have we got? So in most of the bedrooms they have a ensuite or a bathroom attached. There's one single bathroom downstairs on the lower floor, and there are 2 rooms downstairs that would make bedrooms. It would make alright bedrooms as well, and but I actually use them for other things in this game, and even in this build I sort of used them for different things. So I'm just placing down this extra flooring here, just trying to work out how to do it so that I get those eaves covered. As you can see here, I've just sort of gone to the edge on one of those walls, but I do fix it later and make it jut out by one. But the roof's starting to look good. It sort of fits. It's got a lot of columns around that top room, and makes sort of like it's a squishy little balcony, because it doesn't you don't use up all the space there. It's not all balcony. It's sort of like a balcony within a balcony. I don't know. It was a little bit of a weird design, but I think the last sort of the overall effect looks really good. So quite happy with it. Oh, trying to find colours for walls. It's a pretty black and white house, and I don't stick with a really black colour in the end. I do use brick where I've got the bricks there now, but not that light. I do use a bit darker, I think. At least in the screenshot I've got up here, it looks a bit darker. Oh, there it is. Yeah. And mostly white, and then obviously the black frames around the windows stay the same. But the majority of it is white. I use I think a white cement look. I think it is. I'm not sure what I finally use, but it's not extremely stark white, thankfully. Although it's still quite white. Once again, quite a popular look within Australia, this whole black and white look. This little back porch area gave me a bit of trouble. The fencing sort of took a lot of time. I actually cut out most of the fencing that I did, going through different ones to try and work out what works. So you'll see it sort of jump in the end, and I think I jump cut another piece because I forgot to record it. So there's another piece that'll just sort of jump ahead a bit, and just trying to fix up some of the terrain as well, just trying to get it sorted for landscaping. Sort of trying to find stairs there that I think would look appropriate for the look of the house, and then trying to find some sort of tile to go in this area as well. And because of the sloping driveway, I've just terrain painted up to the carport, because otherwise you can't put tiles onto the sloping. They have to be flat, basically. I was just putting a little basement down. You know, in my old life that there is a basement there. In the plans, it just had another little room downstairs. I didn't actually see what it was for, but I still wanted to include it. So, in the end, I decided to put it in. I just, like you've seen, there's nothing in down there. It's just an empty room. So I think that's how it is in this, in the save file as well. In the on the gallery, I think it's just an empty room as well. Not an overly large one, but it's just there. Good for storage and stuff, I guess. And just starting to place some of the furnishings now. So going through the inventory, and it's really cool because I find that, you know, there was those lights there, make perfect lights for the driveway, and readjusting some bedrooms here. The back of the house actually gets brought in a fair way. I think all that got cut out, but I found they were too big, those rooms, so I brought them in a bit. And even downstairs, I found it was just a bit too big. Here I'm trying to work on the access to the back, sort of porch, whatever that area is, or courtyard. And I found you had to sort of bring the terrain down a bit to get the stairs to go where you want them to, otherwise it digs into the ground, which is a bit of a nuisance. So the terrain, it takes a little bit of getting used to, I think, the terrain editing, but I am getting there now. It's not as bad as it once was. Oh, and here I am playing with fences and trying to get gates in and all sorts of fun things. So I think I cut most of this out though. Yeah, I'm just trying to find a gate that will work, and then trying to find a fence that will work, and there we go, I cut it. And I found pond items in the inventory, so I thought I'll add the ponds back in. So this is where they were, sort of roughly, I think, in the build that was here. That was sort of in the front driveway, so I'm just, you know, working on making it look decent. I think I deleted one of those fountain jets, so I had to bring another one in. And yeah, it just makes for a nice little entrance and a little water feature. And pulling out more items and things. Oh, here I'm fixing the roof because I realised that I didn't quite get it quite right. And just, you know, bringing out those eaves just by one more step, just to make it look a bit better. And I think that gives me a bit more room for the, so for the little deck there, or whatever you want to call it, the balcony. And adding a few bits and pieces of furniture, adding a little half wall upstairs just to divide that room up a little bit. This is a kids' play area, and then another half wall downstairs, again to divide up the area around. And just going to paint the walls pretty much white all through. I think there's a little bit of colour that goes upstairs. Not great hopes. I find doing my builds in white just helps, especially because you can then add whatever furnishings you want, or you can just go change out from whatever colour you want as well. But in the bedrooms, I like to have like a feature wall or a different colour or something in the bedrooms. I just like to make them look a bit more jazzed up, I guess. And I think I'll go roughly with what we had in the previous build as well for these walls. Although I switch that around, I think I go, oh no, I just go with the panelling on one wall and then the blue colour throughout the rest of the bathrooms and the room. Oh no, tiles in the bathroom, and a big spa bath in the ensuite, and that's a walk-in wardrobe. I can walk through the wardrobe into the spa bath. So that's the main room. So this here is the toddler's room, and then we've got a child's bedroom and then another sort of teen room, and then upstairs. So even though it's 5 bedrooms, one room I turned into a study, and then downstairs there's sort of 2 more studies as well. I guess there's a lot of studies. I don't know. I'd have that many if I could in my house. Like, if I could, I would have a room each for my children, and I have 4 of those. So that's 5 bedrooms straight up. And then I would have a craft room, a recording room or computing room for myself, and then a separate computing room for my husband. And I think that would be set. I reckon that sounds pretty good. And then perhaps another play space for the children. So that would actually be a really huge house. I could never afford that. Dreams. If only. Sadly, I currently live in a 3-bedroom house. 4 children, 3 bedrooms. You work it out. It's squishy. So no office space for me to record in. I'm recording in the lounge room. So I have to record on days where there's no one else around, or they're behaving themselves and being very, very quiet, which doesn't generally happen. So this is the pool. I knew that the family, the McCord family, were heavily into swimming, especially Isabel, a teenage daughter, and so I wanted to include the pool, and I decided to try something a bit different, which I thought was fun. So at the moment I've just put it into the ground, but I then do something, and you'll see. This is one of my favourite things. Now I think I didn't catch all of it in the recording. I think when I did it off camera because it took me a little while to work it out. And once I'd worked it out, I had forgotten to record. So yeah. So I was trying to tile it and I couldn't tile it. I'm like, okay, that's not going to tile. What can I do? I'm like, alright, I'm going to put this somewhere. I'll just place the pool over there and we're going to build it into a room. And then we're going to raise the foundation just because, why not? And I know that because I've raised the foundation on it, I can't bring it right up to the wall there. So I make it big enough for the pool to fit on, and put a fence around it. It's on 3 sides at the moment. Put in some stairs and bring them along to sort of fit, sort of against, sort of to match up to the like back patio thing. Put some pool decking down. Add in my pool ladder. But what the cool thing I don't show you in here, and it's in the screenshots, is that the pool and the back porch actually look like they joint. And the way I did it is that the terrain in between the pool and the deck, I actually lift that up so it's flat, and I pretty much put the deck between them, and not the deck, like some ground cover stuff, tiles, that's them, between the two, and the fencing is then flat. It sort of doesn't slope or weird, and it lines up and it looks really good. So I was pretty impressed with how I managed to get it to work. And yeah, you'll see that in the screenshots, which are coming up very, very soon. So I'm going to do my little outro, and then I'm going to leave you some pretty music. So thanks for watching, guys, and be sure to click that like button if you enjoyed this video. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already subscribed, and the notification bell is very important, so don't forget it. And if you want, leave me a comment. That'd be really great. I'd love to see what you think. And yeah, I hope you don't mind that it's a bit sparsely decorated in this particular build, but I hope you still enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you all next time. Bye.